Hi guys, welcome back to the channel with me, Dennis Mehmet, and today we're going to continue our topic on alien abductions. So today I'm going to pick up on the topic around, did angels really have intercourse with women, and does this relate to the modern day alien abduction phenomenon? So let's get straight into this. Every time giants arose, God arose judges to wipe the giants out, because God would not permit and would not allow the continuation of a line of giants to reside in the earth, because they were not permitted legally to do so. So they were judged and wiped out. The last time we see giants arise in the Bible is in the time of David. We see the most famous fight in history that most people will know about between a giant called Goliath and David, who slew Goliath through the help of God. We then see David and his armies later on in scripture at different points in David's life kill not only Goliath, but kill Goliath's brothers. He had 4 other brothers, and between David and his armies, they wiped out the tribe of giants. We never saw giants arise after the time of David. The reason why we never see giants arise again after the time of David, or that David was seen to be the one that defeated the giants, is simply because David is a type of Christ. And it remains as a prophetic picture that a type of Christ, meaning Christ, when he arises, he will completely annihilate and judge every work, every activity of the demonic satanic kingdom. We fast forward to the end times, the book of Revelation. We see a person known as the Antichrist arise at this time, and after a certain period of 7 years, we see Christ come back and annihilate and take out the Antichrist and his kingdom. Remember, the Antichrist is Satan's seed, Satan's offspring, and Christ will wipe him out. He is the ultimate hybrid between the demonic and the human, but Christ will wipe him out when he comes back. So to answer the question, did angels step out of the spiritual realm and have intercourse with human women? Yes. Did they produce giants? Yes. So this really happened? Yes. Why did it happen? Because they had the right to do so. But the right that they were given, which is what God gave Satan, was meant to be for a certain time period. They abused their right and took it for granted that they could do this whenever they wanted. And every time they tried, God judged it and dealt with the offspring, the giants. How does this relate to the modern day alien abduction phenomena? In the book of Genesis, we see a group of angels step out of their domain, the place where they are supposed to reside, the spiritual realm. They capture women. When you do a study of the words that are associated with the time when they cohabited with women, the first word that is translated is the word capture. Okay? This word capture means it was a violent act. It was an act against the will of the women of the day. Every alien abduction story that I've ever read begins with capture. Every person's story that I have read starts off with the fact that they were sleeping, or they were in a certain place, awoken out of sleep, taken against their will. This is the first picture that is painted when we see the angels, the sons of God, step out of the spiritual realm and into the earthly realm and cohabit with women, they capture, they take them against their will. The sons of God are seen to have sexual intercourse with human women. Every alien abduction story that I've ever read has always contained some form of sexual element, whether that is physically, whether abductees are having sex with the aliens themselves, or whether the aliens are conducting sexual experiments on the people that they capture. So the same process, the same series of events that we see in the book of Genesis in chapter 6 is the same series of events that happen when they get abducted. And so this is where I link in the modern day alien abduction phenomena with the biblical account in Genesis, and this is where we see it happening at the beginning of the rise of humanity according to the biblical account as it is outlaid in the book of Genesis. So one of the reasons why I do not believe that a separate group of angels known as the Watchers are the ones that are responsible for impregnating human women is simply because it was the demonic realm that was given the right to produce offspring, not angels in general and not angels corporately, but a specific angel called Lucifer, also termed as the devil after he was exiled from heaven. Satan was the only one that was given the right, his kingdom was given the right to produce offspring. So that says to me that not every angel has the right to produce offspring. This also says to me that we will not see another rising of these hybrid beings, because there is one ultimate hybrid being that the satanic demonic kingdom will produce at the end times, called the Antichrist. So I personally do not believe that we will see giants walking around. I do not believe that there will be a continuation of demonic human offspring that will happen at any point in the rest of human history, because what I believe is that Satan will not have the focus taken off the Antichrist when he arises by having giants and demonic offspring all over the place. Okay, there is one hybrid that is yet to come, and that hybrid, the demonic and a human child known as the Antichrist, he is the only hybrid that is left to come, and then that is when the beginning of the end begins.